Cameroon is a bilingual country with 80% of the population being French-speaking and about 20% English-speaking. However, it is rich in culture and diversity with 10 regions, and each region having a lot of ethnicities. One of the greatest pleasures we have in this nation of Cameroon is our hospitality, our ability to welcome anybody from any nation, because we have variety of dishes, meals that welcomes people. We have touristic sites where they can always visit and feel at home. We have a lovely population. Cameroon is very rich in resources. In Central Africa, it hosts a lot of what do we call it? It hosts a lot of the head offices of so many companies or banks or the monetary body for CEMAC. So there's a lot. Cameroon is just a place to be at. The weather is both warm sometimes during the dry seasons and fresh and cold depending on where you are. But in all, it's a place to be. It's a good country to visit. Centralized system is run from the capital. It's true they talk about decentralization. They have tried to let out some things to the councils, because we have each city, for example, this Douala, we have, I think we have 5 or 6 councils, and then each council has a mayor. Then they say Douala City Council, and then they run their respective jurisdictions. But each, then they have DOs and SDOs. A governor in each region. So for each the 10 regions, we have 10 governors. But everything is run from the capital city, which is Yaoundé. Actually, Cameroon and Nigeria, a part of Cameroon split and went to Nigeria. Yes, when there was in 1990 war, when the German were ousted from Cameroon, because our first colonial masters were Germany. When they were ousted from Cameroon, France and British came in. When they came in, they split the country to 2. Now, when they were supposed to leave and give us our independence, part of the English Cameroonians didn't want to come back. So they asked the English Cameroon if they wanted to join or go to Nigeria. Part opted to join, which makes the southwest and northwest region. The other part opted to go to Nigeria. So our country was then split like that. They have 2 regions, southwest and northwest region. For example, I grew up in the southwest region, but my parents originally are from the west region. But we are so mixed in culture that you, like a foreigner, you will not know that this person is this, except maybe you hear somebody speaking just 100% French, and maybe that person is French, and then 100% English, know. But generally, nowadays, most people are bilingual. They speak like myself, I speak English and French. that are not safe, but mostly the North Boko Haram when they attack us.
Boko Haram attacks too?
It attacks Cameroon.
In Cameroon.
Yes, in the North region. It's
Same
very
thing in Nigeria. So
yes.
Boko Haram, they're also in the north.
Yes. So they attack our North region. Like I work my job. I told you I'm an auditor. When I have to go there, it's a red zone for us. They don't send us there to the north because they attack at any time. So they attack us Cameroon because we also give, I think, our soldiers going to help. So they attack us. They attack Chad as well sometimes. Yes, Boko Haram.
Only Boko Haram. You don't have your
Boko Haram, and then internally we had 5 years ago. Oh no, 5. It's more than 5. It's almost 6 years. It's almost 8 years. Because 2016, yeah, to now that's about 8 years. Yes, there was the English Cameroon wanted like a split because they felt like they were being the minority, but it led to anyway. The government managed to subdue it, but we still have a few persons that are causing some trouble. But it's nothing that serious that cannot. That's why everything is almost back to normal. We have a lot. We have gold, we have diamonds. Actually, we are very rich in agriculture. That's why you see that for food, for example, have a lot of food. We are rich in agriculture. Almost every region, they have their specific foods that is dominant before they add the others. So they're very good in agriculture. We have gold. I think there should be diamond. There's rubber. We were once the largest exporters of banana. I don't know which year exactly that was. But with the crisis, since the banana was concentrated there, it dropped a bit. We had our refinery, but it had some issues. So they are working on building back. Cameroon has almost every resource that you can imagine. It's one of the richest in Africa. It doesn't have in quantity like Congo, RDC, or Central African Republic, but it has a bit of almost everything, which is why a lot of foreigners come in. In terms of education, yes, school year is like for everybody. Education is the government fairly subsidizes it very well, so that you can go to school as much as you want. Public university costs us 50,000 francs. It's not up to 200,000 naira per year. One of my friends in Nigeria, she was born here, but she went back to Nigeria. She told me, she gave me her school fees and I said, "Baby, why didn't you just finish your university here before going?"
Oh, that's quite cheap.
Yeah, education here is fairly cheap, except you're doing the private sector. If you are just staying in the public, it's fairly cheap and it's good. Because most often when people live here, like they find, if you are struggling here in terms of education, academics, when you go out there, you are okay. You are okay. Because the standards here, sometimes they teach you something and you're like, what do I need this for? But it makes your mind to just...
But do you teach you both English and French, or you have to...
Nowadays they do that. But before, in the past, you could go to an English school or the French section. Like I said, my parents are French background, but I went to English school. So you can always choose. Even nowadays, the children, there are some schools, they teach their children from primary level, but after that they have to stay on one side because you can't do it parallel, it's difficult. It will weigh on the child. So in the primary section, they do allow them to do both languages, just so they get the foundations. When they start getting to the secondary, they have to complete, because you can't write the 2 exams anyway. You have to write either the English exam or the French exam. We have bikes and taxis. We have bikes and taxis.
Do you have Uber?
Yes, there's a kind of Uber that we use. It's called Yango.
Yeah.
I think that Yango.
Yeah, go.
Yes. There's another one goes there, but I think he works mostly in the southwest.
Okay.